Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, that is Quality Automation Assured. So in the previous video, we have seen the JavaScript arrays and all the concepts related to that. We have gone through some of the methods present in arrays like index, length, include, and we also seen how to push the element into the array, how to pop, right? And we have also gone through the for loop at a very high level. That's a basic for loop, and we have put one condition inside that. And we have also seen one basic use case, like on how we are going to use the array concept in our test automation. So in this video, we are going to see a very important concept in JavaScript, that is JavaScript objects. So trust me guys, this is very important with respect to all the aspects, whether it's test automation or understanding the JavaScript concept, especially the object-oriented concepts. And if you know this, you can also handle the API test automation also. So that's the other story. But with respect to the test automation, the JavaScript objects concept is very important. So please be very attentive. If you get the concept of this, then the automation, especially handling the data in test automation, becomes very easy. So please pay more attention here, and let's begin with JavaScript objects. So basically JavaScript objects are collection of properties, right? So they will be always in a form of key and its value pair. But we have also some different form of primitive data types like strings, arrays, right, and any other variables where the data type store only a single value, right? So if I take an example of a string, say var name equal to Joe, so this name will store only one value at a time. Okay, so the JavaScript object stores the values in a form of key and its respective value pair. We are definitely going in depth on that, so just keep it in mind that these are the collection of properties which are called as keys and its value pair. So the data will always be stored in the form of key and value pair. Okay, so how we are going to use the JavaScript object concept in our test automation? So this is widely used to manage the test data, and we can use it as a basic prerequisite to work with a JSON file, which is very important. We can able to read and write the data from and to JSON, and this plays a vital role in framework optimization. Right? So this we are going to see at end of this course, where how we are going to optimize the existing framework. Correct? So in this session, what we are going to cover. So first we'll see how to create the JavaScript object, and how to print all the object data, and how to print the specific element from JavaScript, and how we are going to add a new element to the JavaScript object, how to delete the element, any element from the JavaScript object. And the important part here is the nested JavaScript object, which is very important. And we are going to see how to traverse and get the data from complex JSON objects coupled with arrays. So this is also very important. And at the end, we are going to see a use case wherein we are going to combine all the concept here, like it is a nested JavaScript object, and it's a nested one, and it's very complex. See, the main part here is we need to understand how to traverse and get the data or any value or values from the complex JSON object. So if you understand this part, right, then the JavaScript as well as automation becomes very easy for you. So I repeat, please be very careful and attentive, especially while understanding the concept of how you are going to traverse through the complex JSON object, and how you are going to get a specific value or values from the complex JSON objects. Okay, so let's begin to VS Code, and let's see how we are going to create the JavaScript object. So let me open the VS Code editor. So this is my project folder. I'm going to add a new file. I'm going to give any name objects.js. So here you can see that how we are going to declare the object. So object, we have to declare something like this, where object obj, this is a variable name. You can give any name you want. Okay, we have to open and close the curly braces, and this is very important part. So like I said, here the data is stored in key and value pair. So the key is something like this, name, I can say Joe. Okay, we have to put the comma, and then age, say 30. So this is just a dummy data I'm creating. Company is working in XYZ, and then location is India. Okay, I have to put a comma here. Yes. So this is how you need to create the object. I repeat, variable name. This you can give any name. We have to open and close the curly braces, right? Then this is the property, or this is the key. This is the value. This is the key. This is the value. This is the key. This is the value, and so on. Note that it's not mandatory that the value should be always a string. It can be boolean, it can be floating or decimal, it can be integer, right? It can be any type. It can be even array also. Okay, that we'll see later. So this is how you need to create the object in JavaScript. Okay, right? So now I'm going to get a dummy object for our testing purpose, which I have created here. Okay. So this is very simple object where we have just a key value pair, but there are some objects which have a nested object inside that, right? We have a combination of one more object inside that, and we have an array inside that object. So we're going to see that further. So next thing is how to print the object. So this is very simple. See, the concept is very simple, guys, but very important. It's very simple and very easy to understand, but it's very important. Okay, so let me just log the object data. So I go to terminal, and then I will run this. So I want to run it on Node. File name is objects. Is it objects? Yeah, that's right. .js. Okay, so here I am going to print the object value. So if I just print it, right, I am going to get the key value, everything. But we are not that much keen on getting the key name. I just want the value. So how can I do that? So I can do include. Yeah. So how I can do that? I can do this object dot. See, if I hit a dot, I can see all the keys present in the object. I repeat, if you hit a dot, I can see all the keys present in that object. So I can see age, company, location, and name. Suppose I want to print the company. Okay. If I run this now, see, I will just get the company because I have printed just company. It is something like this. Okay, go to object, and inside object, go to company. I just want to print the company value, not the key. Okay, if I type here the key, this will print what value this company key is holding. Here the company key is holding what value? It is XY. Like the same way, if I try to print something like this, if I try to print the age, If I just rerun this program, I can see 30. You got it? Very simple, very easy. Just you need to understand the concept here. Okay. So this is one way of printing the values from an object. So another way is something like this. I'll go to object. I have to enter the square braces, open and close. Then I have to put the double quotes always. As soon as I hit the double quotes, you can see the value inside this object. Now I will put location. Okay. Now if I try to run this, I can see India is the location. Okay. So you can print the values by using dot, and this is one more method. Just type object and immediately write open and close square braces and just put the double quotes. Now you will see all the keys which are present in that object. If I say name, if I want to print the name, I can see Joe. So this is how you are going to print the value from a particular key, right? Okay. So now I can able to add a new key value pair to the existing object. Very simple. How can I do that? Is object dot, I will say designation equal to senior test. Very simple. Okay. I have to write dot. I have to give the key name. This could be any name. This could be string, this could be integer, this could be floating, this could be a array, whatever. Okay. So I want to print something like this. So object dot designation equal to senior test engineer. So now if I print the object, if I rerun this again, see the designation key along with its value has been added. It's very simple and very easy, right? Okay. So this is how we are going to add or insert a new key value pair with respect to the object. Okay. So the next thing is, can we delete the key value from an object? I think we can delete that. Let me try this. Delete object dot designation. Let me try, guys. I don't know whether this is a 100% right command, but I'm just trying here. Then log object. Let me see whether this is deleted or not. 90% I'm sure this should delete, but let me just check it. Name, location, yeah, it's deleted. You can see the designation has been deleted. Okay, so this is a basic simple command. You have to type the keyword delete. Delete what? Delete, go to this object, right? And delete from this object, delete the destination. Okay. So this is how we need to add a new key value pair and delete the existing key value pair of the data of the object. Alright guys, so next we'll see one important part with respect to the JavaScript object is how we can deal with the nested JavaScript objects. It is quite simple, just need to pay the attention. Okay. So I have created the data. Let me just create an object with the test data I have created, and we will see. First we will understand the structure. Okay, I will just write var product details equal to, I will just paste this. Okay, product details equal to, I have pasted this one. So let me just do something like this so that you can understand. So if you understand the structure, then 50% of your job is done here. Let me format it so you can understand quite easily. Okay, so now I have created an object and the name of the object is product details. Fine. You can see we have product ID, product name, username, email, address. But in address we have one more object. Right? You can see this and this curly braces, right? So address is pointing to one more object. Okay, and the address object contains what? Address object contains street, city, zip code. Okay, and again you can see that we have one more object called geo. Okay, which contains two key value pairs, that is latitude and longitude. I repeat, then see how we can see how many objects are not, how many objects are there. It will be the number of braces, curly braces. Okay, so this product details contains, okay, so this big object. Inside that we have address, because just next to address we have started and closed the curly braces, right? Again inside that we have geo, again we have started and curly braces. So we have total three objects here. One is product details is one object. Inside product details we have address as one object, and inside the address we have geo as one object. Now so look it very carefully. Now I want to get the longitude. How can I do that? If I want to get the longitude, how can I do that? So let me do one thing. Let me just minimize this. Okay, and let me take a screenshot of this, because you can see that, because I no need to scroll away. See it. Fine. Now I want to get the latitude from the product detail. Right? What I can do is, it will be okay. Now what I can do? First, okay. First I need to go to product details. Inside product I need to go to address, and inside address I need to go to geo, and inside the geo I need to reach here. Okay, so this is the path I need to follow. So how can I do that? So let me open this and come down here. Okay, so what is that? My variable name, the parentmost variable name, that is product details. Log product details, right? I want to get one inside. Where I need to go? I need to go to address dot address, right? Inside address, where I need to go? I need to go to geo, right? And inside geo, what we have? Latitude and longitude. Very simple and easy to understand. So this is just a traversing type. Product details dot address dot geo dot latitude or longitude, whichever data. Now if I save this and print this one, I can see 81.149. Here it is 81.149. As simple as that. Okay. So I just repeat very quickly how we need to do. This is my parentmost variable name or object name. Inside that we have one more object called address. So this is like a room inside a room. There is a big hall. Inside hall there is a room. Inside room there is one more room, and inside that there is one more room. So it's your duty is to come up with how many rooms are available. If you know how many rooms are available, then you can easily go to reach a particular room. So this is how you need to deal or get the data with the complex object. So in the next, in the last part of this video, we are going to see the JavaScript object which has got another array inside that. Okay. So this is going to be very interesting and it's simple, but what you need to know is how to reach there. You know how to do that? That's quite simple. Okay. So let me close this. So this is the last part of the video which is very important. Okay, so I have just created one more dummy object which has got array to that. Copy that here. I can see now here is any name you can give. Alright, so now look at the structure here. So let me just minimize this first. I can put this in this pane so that you can understand it. Okay, let's take a screenshot for this. Right? Yeah. So this is my object name, employee detail. It starts with curly braces and at the bottom it ends with the curly braces. Okay. So inside that I have accounting. So this accounting has an array. Right? Inside that we have an array. If you understand 60%, especially like handling the array, that's fine. That's fine. That's not at all an issue. We will be dealing most of the use cases on this in our coming test automation section. But just be very careful. Right? So this is an array. Okay. So inside array we have two objects. This one, right? And inside this we have one more array. That is skill set. Fine. So now I will execute, then only you will understand. Okay. So now what I will do, I will just go down here. Okay. Right. Let me go to my page. So log, what I need to log, we have employee details with the parent most object. I am here right now. Now the situation is I want to get the list, the skill set of this person, that is John. I am in employee details now. Okay. So inside employee details, what we have accounting and sales, right? We have accounting and sales. You can see here we have sales and we have accounting. Okay. So inside accounting, okay, so accounting has got one array. You can see this and this, one array, this and this. Inside this array we have two objects. What are those two objects? This one is one object and this one is one object. We have two objects inside the array. Okay. Now I want to reach here. What I can do? Now we know there is an array. I need to start and close the square braces. And what is the index of this? Index is 0th position. This is the first element and this is the second element. This is the 0th index, this is the first index. Okay, I want to get this. It means that this object is present as 0th index. I can say it as 0, right? I reached where? I reached here. Inside that I have a skill set. If I click on dot, I can see skill set, right? Now let me run this, then you will understand right easily. Okay. Now I got what? Java, Python and JS. You can see Java, Python and JS. I want to get the skill set of the second person, that is Mary and Smith. So everything is same. What I need to do, I just need to go to, instead of 0, I just need to type 1. Why 1? It is because this particular skill set is present in the first index. Okay, it is present in the first index, and 2 is just a number, means it is the second object present in first index location, right? Now if I run this, you can see this one. Okay, fine. So now what I want you guys to do is just I will share this object file or the demo to you. What you want to do is I want to get only this data to be printed on the console. Just do it yourself and just write it in the comment section so that we can discuss that further. Yeah. So I repeat, what I want you guys to do is I just want to get this section, okay, only the sales in my console output. Please try yourself and write the script in the comment section for this. That would be really helpful. Okay, so this is how we need to traverse through the complex JSON, not JSON, the complex JavaScript object. And if you know this, so this is nothing but the replica of JSON. All the JSON objects, all the JSON data are almost like this only. So if you know how to traverse and if you want to how to reach to a particular element, then the test automation is very easy, trust me, right? Now let me just show you how I can get the error. Now you can see employee details dot first. Just assume that I want to do this, and if I try to run this, I should end up with the undefined. Why it is undefined? It is because see, employee detail doesn't know where the first name is. If this employee detail don't have any information about the first name, okay, employee details know only accounting address. This accounting guy knows where the first name is, right? This is how you should link the concepts. Okay, so that's all about the objects in JavaScript 1. Is anything? No. Okay, traversing use case we have done. Okay, so that's all about the JavaScript objects, right? Like I said, please do practice yourself. Try to explore some more complex JSON files, complex object data, and try to traverse it and try to work more on that, and do just paste the code you have written into the comment section. So this is absolutely very important. So if you like this video, just press like button and to support this channel. So in the next session, we are going to discuss about some more for loops we have apart from the basic for loops, and we are also going to cover the conditional statements in detail. So thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Have a good day.